down here so we're not interrupting any traffic, so that you can get a clear view of what's going on. Welcome to Gum Gully, or more commonly known to all of us as 95 Inverness Avenue in the Basin, and what a sensational opportunity we have today. It's not every day a real estate company gets the pleasure of marketing a home that is offering something spectacular, something different for buyers who want a brick veneer home on 750 square metres of land that looks exactly like 95% of the other homes in the street. There's 250 of those on the market in Baronia, Bayswater and Ferntree Gully if you can go looking for them. But for those who want something different, like this beautiful house here today, today's the day to get serious about your future and say, this is the type of vibe we're looking for, this is the type of environment we want to live in, and take advantage of the situation that's staring you right in the eyes today. My name is David Stewart. I will be your auctioneer today. I'm assisted by Anthony Bleck, who has been marketing the property for the last few weeks, and together with Kyle and Jeff, we proudly represent iTrack Real Estate. Today's proceedings will take three parts. Firstly, I'll go through the particulars of sale. Secondly, a brief the rules and regulations. And third and finally, a brief description of everything we're seeing. Third and finally, we will put the property across to you for your very, very committed bidding to decide which one of you lucky people get to call this property yours. The vendor's agent is iTrack Real Estate. We are selling for and on behalf of our vendor the property described as Lot 539, Plan of Subdivision 006712, Volume 08797, Folio 835, obviously more commonly known to all of us as 95 Inverness Avenue in the Basin. The goods and chattels included in today's sale are all fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature. That does include obviously the spa, it includes the pump for the tanks, and everything else that you see in this beautiful botanic looking gardens that surround us here today, including the flagpole. We are selling by public auction, whereby unless you have a previously arranged agreement with Anthony and the vendor, a 10% deposit is required at the fall of the hammer, and the vendor is very, very flexible with settlement, offering a 60 to 90 day settlement, so you can buy the property today and have your personal choice no earlier than 60 days, no longer than 90 days. And please bear in mind, this time of year, it's very difficult to settle anywhere between, say, the 20th of December and the 15th of Jan, due to the holiday period where a lot of conveyances are closed during that period, and you won't be able to settle on properties in that particular time frame. If you do want to pay the deposit in the form of a $5,000 net bank transfer today and give us the balance on Monday while you're shuffling some money around an account, we're more than happy to facilitate that for you. Now, the rules of today's auction are in accordance with the REIV of which iTrack are members, and they are as follows. Subject to the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder whose bid is accepted by the vendor shall be the purchaser. I, as the auctioneer, will determine the minimum which the bidding shall be advanced, and no bid once made shall be retracted. If any dispute arises concerning the bidding, I will determine the dispute or resubmit the property back to you all at the last undisputed bid for your continued bidding. Vendor always reserves the right to bid once or more by their auctioneer, to refuse any bid or to withdraw the property at any time without necessarily declaring the reserve price. I will indicate bids on request. If I'm asking for a figure and you've already started bidding with me, you can raise your hand or give me a wink. If you haven't started bidding yet, I do ask for you to call your first bid out, or if you're a little bit on the shy side, Jeff, Kyle or Anthony are more than happy to help you and call bids on your instructions to them. The law prohibits the making of false bids. It does provide fines for anyone attempting to prevent others from bidding. I've never had a problem at any one of my many auctions, and I don't obviously expect that we will have a problem today. The law does allow for vendor bids. A vendor bid, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing more, nothing less than a counter bid made by me on behalf of the vendor to simply suggest that the property will not be sold at that or a lesser price, and ask for your continued bidding from that moment in time. If I make a vendor bid, the words will be very clear and transparent: vendor bid with the nominated figure, and I'll ask for continued bids from that moment in time. And as I've just said, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. So that concludes all the rules and regulations. Do we have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, before we get going? Nice and straightforward. Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't surprise me to see a very interested crowd here today. I'm sure the person who buys this magnificent home will look back in 15 or 20 years' time and say what a great decision they made to buy in one of the most beautiful suburbs of Melbourne, which is the Basin. I know I'm a bit biased. I did have a business at the news agency down there many years ago. I've lived close to the Basin, played sport in the Basin for a lot of years, but the Basin to me is the most beautiful suburb in Melbourne. It gives you all the advantages of a country town, but it gives you all the access of what a major and beautiful city Melbourne is. Just 15 minutes up the road is Eastlink, and from there you can pretty well join anywhere else in Melbourne. You can be down the beach in 20-25 minutes. You can be in the city in 20 minutes from being on Eastlink. So the Basin, ladies and gentlemen, is a magnificent place for anyone to be bringing up a family for the next 20 years. Some great schools in the area. Just 10 minutes up the road is the beautiful Dandenong Ranges with Sassafras and Olinda. You've got 20 minutes down the road, you've got the Yarra Valley. So if you've got friends or family visiting from interstate, there will always be plenty of places to take them, and there'll never be a dull day if you're thinking for something to do within an hour's drive of the Basin. Even Phillip Island with the roads now is only an hour's drive from here basically. So why not live in the beautiful country atmosphere that is the Basin, but have all the advantages of a fantastic modern city that is Melbourne. So I think the Basin, as far as real estate in the next 10 or 15 years, is going to really surpass the Bayswaters, the Ferntree Gullies and the Baronias of Knox, because the Basin will be the chosen area where people prefer to be. So ladies and gentlemen, I really encourage you today to really understand that today is always the cheapest day to buy real estate. Tomorrow is always going to be a bit dearer. Next year's going to be dearer again. In 5 years' time, you'll all look back and say, why didn't we buy that for that price when we had the chance? So today is your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. The house itself, well, it's breathtaking. It gives a magnificent vibe for anyone looking for that something different. The brilliant, beautiful opening fire, the exposed beams. It's really that rustic feel about it. The beautiful botanical gardens. Probably not for my standard of gardening, but for someone who loves their gardening, absolutely a pleasure it will be. You'll be able to almost have your holidays at home and just enjoy the peace and quiet in the garden. The house itself, you've got 3 bedrooms downstairs, plus the bedroom and the ensuite up in the loft. As I've said, the beautiful open fire. You've got well over 10,000 litres, I think maybe even closer to 20,000 litres of water, plus town water here. So for those of you who may be concerned about not having enough water to facilitate the garden, as you can see, everything is beautiful and green here, and it's the reason being the amount of litres in the tanks there. So ladies and gentlemen, the way in which we'll be selling the property today is on a first, second and third call. When the contract hits my hand like so, the property is deemed to be sold. In the state of Victoria, it is illegal for me to accept any late bids. So please, if you're planning on holding back and I've got to the second call and you want to call 95 Inverness Avenue your future, then is the time to declare your interest. Without any further to-do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in your hands. Start me wherever you like. An opening bid on this beautiful property here at 95 Inverness Avenue in the Basin on well over 1,000 square metres of land. Start me wherever you like, ladies and gentlemen. Anywhere at all.
Got 550, Dave.
550. Thank you very much. Welcome to the bidding, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the bidding and all the very best today. At $550,000, I'll go in a rise of $10,000. At 550, where's 560? At 550, clearly bid we've got. At $550,000, I'm looking for 560. At $550,000, where is 560? First call at $550,000. Second call at $550,000. Third, final call at 560. Welcome to the bidding, ma'am. At 560, can I say 570 now? Clearly bid. 560 straight in front. At 560, how about 570? And odds what I've got now. At 570, clearly bid, can I say 580? At $570,000, clearly bid we've got. At $570,000, very cheap buying here in the Basin, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure you all realise it. At $570,000, where do I see 580? At $570,000, first call. At $570,000, second call. Third and final call, 580 now. Thank you very much. At $580,000, clearly bid I am. At 580, it's a game more than two people can play. If you want to join, just sing out. At $580,000, you all should have your hands in the air, I would have thought. At $580,000, at 590, thank you very much. At $590,000, take me to 6. At, sorry? 610, that's a great bid, ladies and gentlemen. At 610, shall I say 20 now I've got. At $620,000, at $620,000, clearly bid I am. At $620,000, first call at 620. Second call, 620,000. Third and final call at $620,000. We all done? Finished and... I'll tell you what, I'll take you 5. I will take you 5. I'll offer the same courtesy to everyone else. We can go in 5s from here if you like. At $625,000 and 5 again is 30. At $630,000 clearly bid. At $630,000 clearly bid we've got. At $630,000, shall I say 35? At $630 clearly bid we've got. At $630,000, first call. Thank you very much. At $635 and 40 now. At $640,000 clearly bid. At $640,000 clearly bid we've got. At $640,000, shall I say 45? At $640,000. First call at $640,000. 650, welcome back at 650. At 650, what do you say, sir? It's against you. At 655 we've got now. At 655,
would it help if it's on the market?
We are on the market, folks. Anthony's just confirmed at $655,000. We are playing for keeps today. At $655,000, shall I say 60, ma'am? At $655,000. First call at $655,000. Second call at 655. 660, welcome back. At 660, welcome back to you. At $660,000, like I said, these are very unique opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. There will not be another 2 or 3 of these popping up in the next few months. Today's the day to take advantage. At 660,000, how do I say? 65 now. At 665, that's good strong bidding, sir. At $665,000. First call at 665. How about 1? You've been with me from the start. Shall I say 1? That's 666, and I'll offer the 1 if you like, folks, at 667. At 667, shall I say 668? 667. Come back in for 1. Thank you very much. At 668. You can take me to anything higher, but if you want to stay in 1s, I'm okay with that. 669. 669 we've got now. At $669,000. First call at 669. Round me up to 670. Second call, $669,000. 670 now. At 670, what do you say, folks? At 670, you've been with me from the start. At $670,000, another 1 here. Another 1 we've got at 671. At $671,000, clearly bid. 672 now. 3. Or a knockout bid if you like. Say 680, can I suggest? 672, that's the bid, isn't it? 672, 673, shall I say? 75. 75, Definitely out, guys?
Yep.
Definitely out. Thank you very much for your bidding and all the very best in your search. At $675,000, I think we've found our buyer, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, no late bids in the state of Victoria. I will call it 3 times. Now's the time to make yourself known if we've got any interest hiding in the background. At $675,000, first call. At $675,000, second call, we're definitely selling. Have the 500 go in. Not quite sure he's out yet.
We're out.
Definitely out.
I'm trying, Dave, I'm trying.
Definitely out. That's $675,000 for the third and final call. Welcome them to the neighbourhood. We are selling. We're sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending another successful iTrack real estate auction. Have a fantastic weekend.